This is Uganda, or at least through my eyes and camera. This is a story how I traveled through the country, got stuck, and ended up experiencing the beauty of the Pearl of Africa. It all started from this one night in my hometown with my closest friends. Meet Karita. One thing to know about her, besides the fact that she's probably one of the kindest people I know, she also has a deep love for Africa. She's Swedish but lived in Tanzania parts of her life, and now she lives in Uganda.
So she told me about her life in Uganda, where basically they're working at a safari camp and managing like 40 staff, and it's like super hectic. Part of their job is to like scare away hippos full of mosquitoes, malaria, other diseases. And then I thought to myself, damn, I need to see this in person. So here I am on my final flight. I'm in Cairo, Egypt right now, about to take my last flight to Kampala, Uganda.
This was my third flight in a trip. I had already flown from Stockholm to Istanbul to Cairo, and finally Cairo to Kampala. I was excited to finally arrive, and everything was going really smooth up until I scanned my bags at customs, and there they found something apparently very illegal.
Bad news is they confiscated my drone. Good news is I can pick up the drone when I leave the country. The lady was super polite, super kind about it. And then she took me to the storage room, which was literally just a room full of drones. So I guess this thing happens quite often. We live and we learn.
The officer set me up with a taxi driver so I can continue my journey to the Kampala bus station, then take a 3-hour bus ride north to the town of Masindi, where Karita is to pick me up.
I'm finally on my way. We're going to the bus station. It took a long time to fix the SIM card. My taxi driver, James, has been very patient. Good man. So how long do you think now? Yeah, it's gonna be tough because the bus to Masindi says that it goes at 9 o'clock. But hopefully it's gonna be delayed.
James was initially pretty quiet and very soft-spoken, but was happy to chat when initiated, and I eventually even got him to laugh a few times. We're getting closer to central Kampala, and I could sense it was getting pretty hectic and populated. As we approached the bus station, people started running after our car, most likely trying to get me to get tickets for their bus ride. I've experienced this before in my home country of Madagascar. But Karita already told me that Link Bus Company was the most reliable, and lucky for me, it was running on African time. So if you ever wondered what a cross-country bus ride through Uganda looks like, look no further. Salespeople came on board to sell snacks at stops as well as through the window. I conveniently sat next to the only open window for my section, so my neighbors asked me to make purchases for them.
Yeah, all my stuff came. Now I'm just waiting for Karita. She says she's gonna be a while. I don't really feel like walking around town with all this crap.
And right after this, I get a text from Karita saying that it doesn't look like she's gonna make it to Masindi, so I gotta try to figure out a way to get to Murchison Falls myself.
And I'm talking to this guy from the Lynx bus station, and I explained to him that my friend was gonna be late, and then he said he was gonna call up his friend. That's how I met this guy, Achilles, who's gonna drive me. He can drive me to the gate, and then my friend will meet me there. Okay. Yeah. So how much do you want? Go to the gate?
You give me 50.
50? Yeah. Okay. But can we go to the ATS first?
Let me bring the car.
Okay.
And I take you then.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
coming.
Perfect. Thank you for the help. Okay. Thank you.
So I said goodbye to this friendly stranger who I hope was putting me in good hands.
It's a Muzungu.
Hey.
Olan Muzungu. There's Karita.
Hey, they work in Red Cherry.
Yeah.
Oh, I know him. Hey, your friend Philip.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Philip's fiance.
Yes.
We went to school together.
Okay.
It turned out that Achilles was actually known as a guy who often drove tourists to and from Murchison Falls, and he even drove tourists to Red Chili Camp, where Philip and Karita worked. I've been on 3 flights, 2 taxi rides, 1 long-ass bus ride, and I'm still not here. I haven't showered in 30 hours. However, I did change my underwear in the airport, so at least that's fresh. Relatively. Holy shit, there's a wasp here. I'm okay, actually, surprisingly.
Your mom was writing to me just now. She's like, oh, I hope he's okay. Is he there yet?
So I'd love to tell you that this is the moment we hopped in Karita's van and drove to the final stretch. But believe it or not, the van broke down and could not start. And I'll be honest, I was neither qualified nor I had the energy to offer much help. Apparently these things tend to happen to their cars.
And I had my two friends from Sweden visiting. On the highway, the car just shuts off and it was overheated. And I was like, fuck. And we just stood there for like 2 hours and then a guy had to come and tow us all the way.
Well, how does your everyday schedule look like?
Literally from 5:30 in the morning until late at night. Like it's
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's 90 minutes time.
Oh, shit.
Hello, Susan. Just wanted to say
Hello.
hello.
Party.
I'm okay. How are you? This
I'm
is
good.
actually my brother. He's one of my many.
Not Muzungu.
Good to see you. Not Muslim.
African. Look who made it.
How's it going? Nice to see you. I'm happy you survived.
Oh man, I'm happy I survived too. It's been a long ass journey.
Let's just go. I'll park down there. We can get a drink. And do you want to eat straight away?
Maybe.
It's fantastic. So a banda is like a small hut. And this one's for $40.
At the end of my first day in Uganda, I took a moment to reflect on the people I met who helped me get through my journey. Stay tuned for the next episode where I not only experience the amazing safari, but also get the opportunity to follow Karita and Philip behind the scenes and meet and hang out with amazing people who keep the camp running. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Give it a like, subscribe, let the algorithm know that I'm worth watching, and I'll see you on the next adventure. Peace!